first time I ever saw him working a beat while he was policeman in Odessa, Texas. That was my first shot of him. As a player, it wasn't any question because his reputation from the Odessa coaching staff and in the Texas A&M scholarship, and the fact that he was unhappy with it, and he was working in the oil field, and he didn't even think about going to school till I appeared down there and started talking to him about it. And the more he thought about it, the more he wanted. So he moved up with his wife and baby and graduated.
When he was on the field, you had to go somewhere else other than his position. He was unblockable. And as a matter of fact, I think Coach O'Neill, I actually played on the offensive side. I was an offensive guy. So I played against Wayne all the time in practice. That was a difficult deal there. But I remember Coach O'Neill told him one time to ease up just a little bit so we could run our offensive plays against him. So because he was nobody could block him, and so we couldn't even run a play because Wayne was if Wayne was giving it 100% in practice. So I remember Coach O'Neill asked him one time to ease up so we could run our offense against him. Personally, this is a personal experience that I had. I played slot back, and we ran a lot of motion. We'd run some motion stuff and Coach O'Neill came up with an offensive play one time that they put me in motion, and they were in our offensive guard was supposed to post the defensive tackle, and I was supposed to blow him away. That was what the word was, blow him away from the side, with a running start. Well, I weighed about 180, and Wayne weighed about 250. I would blow in there, and I was always willing. I just didn't have any power. I didn't have the power. I was just willing to hit Wayne. Well, I would go in and hit Wayne. And I remember one time in practice, he swatted me away and he said, "Get away, mosquito," or something like that, And I remembered that forever. And Wayne will still mention that today about me being a mosquito, And so he really would just swat you away like you were a mosquito because you couldn't block him.
Well, of course, he had been here a while, and the captain was chosen by the team squad members. We had coaches had nothing to do with it. We would just tell them that we're going that this coming season we'll have 1 or 2, possibly 3, that will be selected by you as a team. And they would disappear with it, and they got together and have their own and decide who they want. And then when they selected, they tell me that Wayne Wheat is one of them.
It was a great honor to be on your football team and participate with you. And thank you for calling me a mosquito for trying to block you and everything. That was I took that as a compliment actually, because I never backed down, but I never blocked him either. So, but what a great individual, what a great man he was, and what a great man he is today. And man, I think he's right where he needs to be, which is in the Athletic Hall of Fame at East Central.
Thank you. Thank you for coming to East Central and contributing to our football reputation in a very positive way.